Hey everybody, this is the video walkthrough of my DFAM patch Old School. This is a really kind of just lighthearted, funky patch that I think is just a lot of fun. So let's listen to what it sounds like. All right, just to talk about a few things of what's going on. The sequence is shut off for both of the VCOs. The envelope is up a little bit, not too much. I have it down tuned to try and get a nice kind of bassy sound. Over here, the envelope is way turned down, which kind of creates some funky effects. Hard sync is off, and there's a little bit of frequency modulation going on. As you turn up the VCO decay, you can hear this even more. And I have it modulated through velocity, which is what gives that kind of plunk sounds when the velocity is all the way up. It's high pass filter, so it creates some nice playable options to kind of sweep the filter and take out the bass and have the higher sounds like the hi-hat sounds going, and then just drop the bass back in. The decay, I have 0 envelope, so that's just setting the cutoff amount and without too much variation going on here. The VCF mod is, now I have this plugged in, so that's taking out the noise generator as a modulation source, and I have it plugged into an LFO from the mother. You could use any modulation source you want. I really like these slow sweeping LFOs just to give it some movement. And then lastly, the pitch is going to be modulating the FM, the frequency modulation. So that kind of creates this warble that goes on. I'll show you how each one of those affects the sound, and I'll pull them out and put them back in. Let's start by taking out the LFO. So we'll talk about how the LFO modifies the cutoff using this as an attenuator. So to make it a really dramatic effect, I'm going to turn it all the way up. So you can really hear it when you pull that cutoff up. And has less of an effect when you turn it back down again. So that's the VCO mod right there. Next, let's take a look at how our velocity is impacting the VCO decay. So first, let me pull it out and you can hear what it sounds like without it. I mean, that's a pretty cool sound right there, too. So with that, it's creating those are the super high pitches that you're hearing from VCO2. So when I put the decay up, you're not hearing those higher pitches as much because it's a negative envelope. And so it's taking longer to get to this high point, and because the step is moving past it before it can get to it, you're not hearing it as much when these are turned up. But as I turn it down, it quickly is going to that point, and you can hear the higher pitches. Those are all VCO2. See, if I turn down VCO1, you can hear it. But if I turn down VCO2, you can't hear it as much. And that's just a cool beat, too. That's just an old school sounding beat. But if we plug this into that VCO decay, creates a lot more movement because it's modulated by the pitches. So it's just something for you to play around with. I think it sounds best somewhere in between 9 o'clock and 12 o'clock. I'm sorry, that was the velocity impacting the VCO decay, not the pitch. My bad. But so as the velocity kicks up, the VCO decay kicks up, and that's what kind of creates some movement and some rhythm. The pitch is modulating the frequency modulation. So let's hear how that affects the sound. If I take it out, it's staying nice and high. If I turn this off, I mean, that sounds really great too, as does that. But I like to have some movement, so let's plug that in. All right. Just a little bit stagnant like that. But the second you plug it in, let's bring up the... So there's a lot of cool things you can do with this. It's super funky. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like these patches and patch explanations, I've got more on my Patreon page. I have a patch book with video links that I'm going to be updating regularly, adding more videos, adding more patches, and I'd hope you check it out. Thanks for watching.